Hello and welcome back to WHSH TV. After a week off of spring break, we are glad to have you back with us. I'm Lauren Ennis and with me is JJ Brown. Coming up on today's show, Easter is just around the corner and we have several Easter egg hunts for the kids to enjoy this weekend and next week. We will tell you more. Plus, we visit with Washington Mayor Joe Wellman about the latest news in the city of Washington. And a big concert is planned for this weekend to kick off the community concert series.
Plus in sports, we preview the Hatchet track and field team and recap the NCAA championship and opening day to the opening week of baseball season.
All that and much more. It's Friday, April 10th, and you're watching WHSH TV. Why did I say 10th? I said Welcome back to WHSH TV. Many talks have taken place over the past several weeks and even administrations concerning the condition of Business Highway 50 that runs right through Washington. The good news is there appears to be a light at the end of the tunnel. We spoke to Washington Mayor Joe Wellman about the possibility of a better road coming soon and a landmark bridge in town that may soon also be getting a facelift.
Well, Business 50 is still owned by the state of Indiana, and they've wanted to give it to the city and the county ever since the bypass was built, but obviously it's in bad condition and we don't want to take it over and have to spend the money to rebuild it. So we are having discussions with them right now, with various agencies at the state to talk about what we'd like to see it redone, how we'd like to have it redone, and then obviously how much money can you give us to help get the project done. So it's about it's going to be about if it's done as a new sidewalks, curbs, street lights, new utilities, it'll be a pretty extensive project, probably as much as $28 or $30 million. And so the city can't do that on our own. So we're trying to have discussions with the state. If you'll help pay for it, then we'll take it over and maintain it from then on. So. The overhead bridge project is the 15th Street Bridge, the old wooden high arch railroad bridge. And we have been after trying to work something out with CSX, I say we, going back probably 20 years or at least 15 years, trying to get them to rebuild that or help with it because it's deteriorated. It's becoming a safety issue.
We want to thank Mayor Wellman for taking the time to visit with us this week. And stay tuned later in the newscast. The mayor will have information on the big drawing coming back to downtown Washington and some changes that will take place with the treasure hunt, which resumes on April 22nd. With Easter coming up quickly, several local groups have planned Easter egg hunts around town for the kids to enjoy. One of those will be this weekend at the Washington Moose Family Center on Highway 57 South. Organizer Diana Snyder with the Moose says hundreds of eggs will be spread all over the Moose grounds.
The Easter egg hunt will be held this Saturday, April 8th, beginning at 10:30. We have a pancake breakfast beginning at 9. That's all you can eat. $5 for adults and $3 for children. And the Easter egg hunt is open to the community. The hunt will be here on the grounds of the Washington Moose Lodge. It will be out in front. There will be 3 age divisions, 0 to 4. 5 to 8, and 9 to 12. It's also sponsored by Hank's Market and WAMW. There will be prizes. There are golden eggs in each of the age groups. At the end, there will be prizes for each individual who finds a golden egg. No, there is no cost to participate in the Easter egg hunt. It is open to the public. All citizens of Washington or the surrounding community are welcome to attend. This is an annual event that is hosted by the Washington Women of the Moose, Chapter 648, and this is probably at least our 12th year to hold this event.
The morning will kick off with a pancake breakfast inside the Moose at 9 a.m. for only $5. The egg hunt gets underway at 10:30 a.m. tomorrow morning. Another egg hunt is set for next Thursday at Eastside Park in Washington as Davis Community Hospital will team with the City of Washington that offers thousands of eggs for hunters all over Eastside Park. We spoke to Rich Gaither with the City Parks Department to find out all the details about this event next Thursday.
We're having an Easter egg hunt on Thursday, April 13th at 5:30 p.m. We have a We give away 6 bicycles for boys and girls, 3 different age groups. Age groups are 2 to 4, 5 to 7, and 8 to 10. And it's just basically by raffle. Oh, we usually have, I'd say, 75 to 150 people get a raffle ticket when you sign up, register for the egg hunt, and after all the egg hunts are done, we raffle out a bicycle for each boy and girl in each age group.
It is free and open to everyone next Thursday night at 5:30 p.m. at Eastside Park. This first in a set of 4 concerts to be held in Washington is set for tomorrow night here in the Washington High School Auditorium. The show will feature the college choir from the University of Southern Indiana out of Evansville, with special guests the Washington High School Madrigals and Advanced Show Choir. Washington Choir Director Scott Griffith says it is an honor to host a concert of this caliber in our home auditorium and encourages everyone to come out for a great night.
My name is Scott Griffith. I am the Washington High School Choir Director. This Saturday kicks off the first concert of the Washington Community Series, and our Washington High School Choir will be opening up the concert. The Accents, the all-female choir, and the male choir, Guys with Ties, will be also starting off the concert. And we are opening up for the headliner act of University of Southern Indiana Choir. University of Southern Indiana Choir has about 60 members strong. They went to Ireland last year and won a competition, and they're going to be singing in our auditorium this Saturday at 7:30 p.m. The concert should last about an hour and a half or so. It should be a great concert. The cost is $10 per person to watch the concert.
Tickets will be available at the door tomorrow night for only $10, or you can purchase the season pass to see all 4 shows in the Community Concert Series for only $65. They are available at the Daviess County Chamber of Commerce or the Washington Times-Herald office. Showtime is 7:30 p.m. tomorrow night. Coming up after the break, we'll have a quick look at the weekend forecast, plus a big draw to downtown Washington will return later this month. We will have a story later in the newscast. Stay tuned. You're watching WHSH TV.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
So who's going to do what?
I'll pack the dead batteries.
Great.
I'll only put what I don't need into a duffel bag.
Perfect. That's totally unhelpful.
No problem.
Meanwhile, I will try to comfort everyone by speaking in a calm voice. And who is going to handle supplies?
I can forget to do a list for us.
Thanks, pal.
We couldn't be any less prepared. I'm proud of you guys.
Talk to your kids about who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Visit ready.gov/kids for tips and information.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
Welcome back to HSH TV. I'm JJ Brown. Let's take a quick look at your current conditions. Currently, it is sunny and the highs are around 50s for today, and there are going to be 10 to 15 mile per hour winds for today. Going on to next week or this weekend. For the weekend, it's going to be Saturday. There's going to be some patchy frost with highs around 67 and lows around 53. And going into Sunday, it'll be mostly sunny with highs around 78 and lows around 58. That's a quick look at your weekend weather. Stay tuned for an extended forecast right here on WHSH TV.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more. What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach.
A big event will return to downtown Washington coming up on April 22nd. The Knights of Columbus treasure hunt draws thousands of people to Washington's Main Street, all in search of the big treasure. A few changes will happen this go around with the drawing, and we had a chance to find out more as we visited with Washington Mayor Joe Wellman.
Okay, April 22nd, KFC is going to start their raffle again, their treasure hunt raffle. And we're going to try something a little bit different this time. We're going to try to keep South Street and 4th Street, East 4th Street, open and move all of it to Main Street and close Main Street in front of the KFC and to the west end. And then we're going to try to utilize Main Street, what's commonly called the J. Myers parking lot, and then parts of 3rd Street. So we're hopefully that we can keep the people in that area rather than on South Street and 4th Street. So we've been very pleased with, we've not had any crowd control problems or anything last year, and the KFC's been very good at sharing the wealth with all kinds of community projects and schools, and we're real pleased with that. So we want to do all we can to help them.
The big drawing returns on April 22nd at 7 p.m. in downtown Washington. After a week off with spring break, we sent Zach Guthrie back into the hallways to speak with some WHS students about the hot topic for the week here at the school. Zach filed this report.
So what's the most exciting thing you've done over spring break?
I went on a cruise to the Bahamas. Well, last week about this time, I was at Disney World with my family. And I highly recommend, if you get a chance to go down, to see the Star Wars fireworks at MGM Studios. That's pretty awesome.
Well, I spent a lot of time playing water polo with my buddies, and I worked on my truck.
Well, guys, I spent a lot of time behind bars. Spring break wasn't very exciting. So what's the most exciting thing you've done over spring break?
Over spring break, I went to Palm Springs, California, for my dad's conference, the doctor conference. I went to a national park, Joshua Tree National Park, and the mall and stuff, and had a lot of fun, so yeah.
Climbed Mount Kilimanjaro.
I went to Florida this spring break, and there's a lot of hot babes there, let me tell you that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you're welcome.
She left me.
The Washington High School track and field team season is now in full throttle. We had a chance to visit with assistant coach Jordan Callison for a preview of what's to come this season. Hi, my name is Lauren Annis, and I am a junior on the girls track team here at Washington High School.
And I am Jordan Callison, and I am the boys varsity assistant coach for track.
This year's team, I am really excited about this year's team. We actually have a lot of incoming freshmen. We have a lot of juniors. We actually only have one senior. And out of the past years that of running with the class above me, I think this year's, like some of our teams, like the 4x1 and the 4x8, we're going to have a pretty good team this year rather than previous years. And honestly, track is one of the sports that it's an individual thing, and it's obviously some parts are teams, and obviously the overall score is the whole team, like the contribution of the whole team. But it's really a time where like the athletes can focus on their certain event, like it's not a whole team thing, and they're just able to excel in that and improve on that. And I really like that about track.
My favorite part about coaching boys track is probably that there's so many different events, and I also coach cross country, and I think what's fun about track is that you can really focus on people's individual talents and potentials and hone in on what's going to take them to get them better at running this event and this person better at this event. And I just think it's fun to be able to have so many different things going on, and then at the end of the day, you're still all a part of this same team, kind of like you were saying earlier. We are looking so much better than we were last year. Last year we ended our season with, I believe, 17 boys on the team, and this year we have 28. And it's fun because we have a few upperclassmen who joined for the first time this year who we're seeing a lot of real potential with. And it's great to see that new talent come in, but also old talent getting better too. And I'm feeling great about where we're going to go. I think we have a handful who will advance to regionals, which is definitely an improvement from last year.
I was really happy that a lot of the juniors and a lot of newer people that are upperclassmen that came in. I was like, why haven't you been doing this your whole high school career? I mean, they're good runners. Okay, so for the girls track team, we do this big invitational. There's 32 teams there. It's called the Indiana Kentucky Invitational. There's some guys, Charlie Sieski, I believe is the guy's name. It's in Evansville. It's at Evansville Harrison's track. Like I said, 32 teams there, big race, and I mean, it is just all out, just fun. That's one of the meets that I really look forward to this year. And one of our, another big competition for us is probably Vincent and of course Jasper. 2 track and field runners set new school records in the meet on Tuesday. Congratulations to myself in the 100-meter hurdles and Caitlin Davis in the 100-meter dash for new school records. This week, we continue our new feature here as on WHSH as our own Kaylee Morrison joins me now for our take on the #1 movie at the box office for several weeks, Beauty and the Beast.
Well, Beauty and the Beast is a great new movie out. It's a remake of the classic, as everybody knows. And I still recommend seeing this even if you haven't seen the original classic or don't like the original classic. They put so many changes into the movie. It's magnificent. The new songs they put in are just absolutely wonderful. They tie in so perfectly. And they have a bunch of just twists on some really amazing scenes, and it just makes it more magical, as well as the inclusion of the Enchantress and a few other characters, and it just is a wonderful scene to have. I definitely rate it a 5 out of 5.
Thanks, Kaylee. When we come back, a detailed look at the week in sports, including the opening of the Major League Baseball season. More coming up right after this on WHSH TV.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
What do you think it would be like to teach? Chances are, you have no idea. Teachers today are breaking down obstacles, finding innovative ways to instill old lessons, proving that greatness can be found in everyday places, and that you don't need to be famous to be unforgettable. That's what it's like to teach. I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore, and frustration a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy and giving up impossible. I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought and unconventional methods common. I'm a teacher. I make more.
Saturday, March 25th, the Indiana High School boys basketball season came to a close when the state finals took place at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis. The action was nothing short of entertaining for those who tuned in or made the trip to the Crossroads of America. In the 1A title game, Indianapolis Tinley took down Lafayette Central Catholic 51-49 in the first thrilling game of the day. The next game of Session 1 did not live up to the hype as Frankton destroyed local regional winner Crawford County 60-32. Crawford County struggled to control the ball as they had 13 first-half turnovers, which led to the large Frankton lead. On to Session 2 in the 3A title game, Indianapolis Crispus Attucks defeated Twin Lakes on a last-second putback in front of Crispus Attucks alum and NBA legend Oscar Robertson, as he was in attendance to witness the school's first state championship in 58 years. In the 4A game, Indianapolis Ben Davis came away with the upset over Fort Wayne Northside 55-52 in another thrilling game. Wednesday's baseball game versus Barre was postponed after 3.5 innings due to weather. It will be made up on a later date. Monday night, the college basketball season came to a close when Gonzaga and North Carolina met in the national title game. The Tar Heels prevailed, getting the redemption they were seeking after last year's championship game loss to Villanova. Joel Berry II was named the Final Four's most outstanding player. The Major League Baseball season began Sunday and is now in full swing. The defending World Series champions are celebrating only their third championship after a 108-year drought as they open up in St. Louis against the Cardinals. The new 108-year drought begins now. That's sports on this Friday. I'm Caleb Knepp for WHSH TV. We'll be back right after this.
This new dad is picturing a tree house in the sky, but he's ignoring the instructions. Good luck, big guy. His kids know that he's building without a clue. Never been so good with nails and glue. Now we're trapped inside a box. I hope mom knows what to do. Mom! See, you don't have to be perfect to be the perfect parent.
Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
The average text takes your eyes off the road for nearly 5 seconds.
Welcome back to HSH TV. I'm JJ Brown. Let's take a quick look at your extended forecast. We're going to start at the map. Let's start in the West Coast. Over on the West Coast, if you go to the northwest, up in the Oregon and Washington region, there's some rain and thunderstorms on the coast around there. And there's a high pressure system moving in down to the southwest. If you go into California, more in the southern California region, there's some rain going on, and there's some rain going on somewhat into Nevada. And there's also on the near the Salt Lake area of Utah, there's some rain and thunderstorms around there too. If you move up a little bit north, there's some snow, scattered snow around it up in the north. And there's a low pressure system moving up towards Canada from the desert region. If we move over to the East Coast, not much going on in the Midwest. There's a high pressure system just like kind of settling right there. And there's some rain and snow all up in the New England area and down in the south and the east. There's not much going on around there either. Let's take a quick look at your current conditions. Currently it is sunny, highs around 50s for today and 10 to 15 mile per hour winds for the day. Going on to this weekend. For the weekend, Saturday is going to be some patchy frost, highs around 67, lows around 53. And Sunday it'll be a lot better. It'll be mostly sunny with highs around 76 and lows around 58. Look at your next week. Showers to start the week, highs in around the 70s and lows in the 50s. That is a look at your weather right here on WHSH TV.
Thanks, JJ. On behalf of our entire team here at WHSH on the campus of Washington High School, we'd like to thank everyone for watching. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you right back here next week on WHSH TV.
Okay, so what would you bring to my company?
What do you need?
I need problem-solving skills.
I got through high school without a car, a phone, or a computer.
No college degree, though.
Not yet, but life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.